What's up, YouTube? Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get these videos when they drop. And make sure you share these videos. Now, before I get off into this video, it's something that's been on my mind. So, I just need to get a few things off my chest. And plus, a lot of people been coming to me asking me about this certain person, and a lot of a couple of people that made a couple of videos about this person. But I spoke on him in a few videos, but it was just a little bit. But the one person nobody seemed to really look at in this case is Kerry Latham. That horrible day of the killing, Kerry can be seen in various pictures that people took with Nip, and he was standing close by his side. Excuse me. He wasn't up at the Marathon store to purchase a fucking t-shirt as he stated either. He was a participant in a fucked up crime against his little homie. See, people, Kerry is a big piece of the puzzle because he allegedly was shot in the back and was lying next to Nipsey while he laid helplessly on the pavement. Now, Kerry can clear up a lot of speculation for us all if he just decides to tell the world the truth as to what really happened that day, because we know for a fact he's lying about how long he was up at the store. His story doesn't even coincide with his actions. He lied during the grand jury hearings and his testimony numerous times, so he definitely can't be trusted in nothing he says. And you have to keep in mind, keep in mind that here's a person that was just going to the store for a shirt, but now this same person is being caught in multiple lies on the stand. It's like, why would you even lie if you was just going to the store for a fucking t-shirt? Now, the reason for this video is the connection between Kerry and Big U. No one caught what Kerry said in the Vlad interview when he was talking about when they came to pick him up and take him into custody and he began to empty his pockets. He said two things that were very crucial and vital to this case. First was when he talked about they had to take him in because it was higher ups, and then he said the parole board made a decision to have him brought in. And then he said that they took him to his room and took off his chain and took the money that Big U gave him. Did you hear what I said, peoples? Did you hear what I said, peoples? They took the money that Big U gave him.
Off and they take the money that Big U gave me.
Now, if I'm correct, didn't Big U create a GoFundMe account through his developing options business to raise money for Kerry because he didn't have any money? But Kerry said they were going to take the money that Big U gave him. So this would indicate that they had to be in contact with each other before the shooting. He also said that Big U gave him some money when he first got out of prison, which was 7 months before the shooting, which we know he spent because they were raising money for him. So where did he get this money that they were going to put up along with his chain? And what did Big U do with the money from the GoFundMe account? Actually, there was no reason to create a GoFundMe account if Kerry already had money, right? You see, peoples, both of them are known liars, so you don't know who to believe and who not to believe or trust. He specifically stated that he had to take his chain off and he had to empty his pockets, which his money was in his pockets that Big U gave him. But on the other note, Big U had to raise money and create a GoFundMe account because Kerry didn't have money. Plus, he wasn't going to have no money when he got out. See, see how the lies, they don't never measure up. They the stories don't never coincide with each other. You see, the shit is bullshit. See, he slipped up. Kerry slipped up. That's why no one seen or heard from Kerry anymore after that Vlad interview until the transcripts dropped and he fucked up a second time again. And now he sucks at lying because he cracks under pressure. He's not someone you can interrogate and the story will come out the same way. He don't know how to stick with his lie. And there's no reason to tell a lie if you just apparently went to a fucking store to purchase a t-shirt. Now the real reason he was taken into custody before even being violated was to be informed on how everything was going to play out and what his position would be. I stated in one of my videos that they were going to make Kerry testify. I said that. In fact, I believe I stated it in two of my videos that they were going to make Kerry testify how they wanted him to, and if he didn't cooperate, that he would be violated, and they hung that over his head, and now he's a witness. They scared the shit out of him. They threatened him straight up. Plus, he can clear shit up by telling us what Cowboy actually was doing standing over Nip. Was he consoling Nip, or was he removing things from Nip's pockets? Was he stealing Nip's money, or was he messing with the phone or something like that? We know he didn't take the phone because Black Sam said that Nip called him. So what was Cowboy actually doing? You know, Kerry can clear that up because he was laying right there. And what was the shooter saying when Nip allegedly was talking to him, supposedly saying, when Nip said, you got me after he was shot? Because where did they get that? Where did they get that information from? Because Nip couldn't tell them he said that because he died. The shooter didn't tell him that he said that because he pled not guilty. So he ain't gonna tell on himself. The alleged getaway driver couldn't because she was in the car. So Kerry is the only one left. Unless there's someone who they don't want anybody to know about. But at this current stage in the case, Kerry isn't saying anything else until trial, and we know that him and his nephew intentionally blocked Nip in with the truck that they came in, and he stuck close by Nip throughout a lot of the selfies to keep tabs on Nip. You see, you don't need to follow Nipsey around for every selfie and talk about a fucking t-shirt. That's bullshit. He was making sure Nip didn't get out of his sights. Nipsey was surrounded that day by people who were setting him up. They had him surrounded so good, and it was, Nipsey didn't even know what was going on. It was definitely gonna go down. They made sure his attention was on selfies and everything else instead of the shooting about to happen. They diverted his attention away from everything. I believe they wanted to get him close by the Master Burgers because it was close to the alley and the shooter could escape, but Nip kept walking around taking pics, and that's why Kerry remained close by his side, and they eventually ended up by the white car where he was eventually shot. And the shooter was nervous. That's why Kerry's ass got hit. They can prove they can prove that he was shot, and they gonna show it in court. They gonna show that shit. Although I believe this won't even go to trial. If you trying to make it, look, check it out. If you trying to make it to a function on time and pay your respects, then why come you didn't leave right away when you found out that there were no shirts for you? You should have just left right then and there, but you didn't. And them selfies that was being taken proves you didn't leave, because your ass, you could be seen in them. So you wasn't there for 3 minutes. and then all hell broke loose. You was there longer than that, and it's a proven fact. Now, why you in a lot of selfies following Nip around, we don't know. We don't know. But I just explained that, and I believe that's just what it is. You know? How your nephew, and another thing, how your nephew get hit in the belt buckle while running away. Then he comes back and actually finds the bullet that he was shot with. Man, get the fuck out of here. Who looks for a bullet after they've been shot and your adrenaline is pumping and your emotions is high? Nobody does that. No, nobody even. Your mindset is not even on trying to locate a fucking bullet. You see all the bullshit and lies they tell? They think motherfuckers is stupid. If he thought that his Uncle Kerry was dead, which he did, allegedly this is what Kerry said, he thought he was dead, then your mind wouldn't even be on locating a bullet. Your mind would be on your uncle's safety and your safety. Shit, this nigga is better than LAPD crime forensics unit. Shit, real talk. And what actually did his nephew see? He had to see something too. Big U and Kerry are in cahoots, but Big U is a little bit more sharper than Kerry ass. Kerry ass ain't that sharp. But believe this, the money will lead you to the golden ticket. The money will lead you to the golden ticket. And the suspects is the golden ticket. Anyways, peoples, let me know how y'all feel about Kerry Lathan and about the whole money situation and his whole ordeal in this his whole position in this ordeal. You know, let me know how y'all feel about him and Big U. You know, they got something going on. And as it appears to me, they very close. So y'all let me know in the comments below how y'all feel. And don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification bell so you can keep getting these videos. And make sure you share this video. Peace out, peoples.